Welcome to Corner Tour World. I'm today's host, Avery from Taiwan.
Good afternoon, everyone. 大家下午好. Selamat petang. I'm Liz from Malaysia. I'm the host today.
Wow, you use so many languages to say hello to everyone.
Yes. Let's take a look at this picture. Malaysia is actually a multi-races country. We have the largest population, which is Malay, which takes up about 54.7%, and the second largest population we have Chinese, which is 23%, and Indian 6.9%, and we have the other ethnicity in the West Malaysia. So I use Chinese, English, and Malay to greet you all just now.
Oh, it's very different from Taiwan. In Taiwan, we only have Han people and the indigenous people, 原住民 in Taiwan, so we can talk in Chinese to have the conversation with each other. As you can see, we are all students here, so the topic that today we would like to introduce education systems. We will take you to explore Malaysia and Taiwan to let you know the difference between these two countries. So every student in Malaysia will learn 3 different languages from school or by themselves.
Actually, no. If you are a Chinese student which studies in the Chinese school, you have to learn 3 languages, which is Chinese, English, and Malay. But if you are not studying in a Chinese school, which is some Malay school or other institutions, you may have to learn only 2, which is English and Malay.
Yeah. So which language is the major language that the student can use in school?
As you can think, if most of the Chinese students study in the Chinese school, Chinese is the major language we use. But if you are not studying in the Chinese school, which means the majority is not Chinese, then you may use the language you use more is English and Malay. So it depends on which school are you in.
So here we will prepare the first question for you. In school, would you prefer to have monolingual education, 单语教育 bilingual education, 双语教育 or trilingual education, 三语教育 You can use your finger to show which one you prefer. 1 represents monolingual education, 2 represents the bilingual education, and 3 means the trilingual education. You can use your finger to show us now. You can raise your hand. Let me see you. Now you can share your answer with your friends and the person near to you. We have 3 minutes for discussion.
Okay. 有台语课啊，然后可以客家话是选修，可以从原住民这边是客家话、台语3选1，3选1。好，
我没有跟 Avery 讨论过谁要提问题。
好，那我觉得你们就各自一个好了，2个。
我们应该会退3个，1、2、3。除非没有人选 mono， 如果没有人选 mono 的话，我们就应该就直接跳8.5。
那这边一半的人会那个 pass 这个麦还有这边都会。
那麦克风是你递给他们？
对，我会递给他们。
你等下跳白灵果吗？你等下我们要先看有没有人选 mono， 如果没有人选 mono， 我们就直接跳白灵果。
好。
那白灵果你跳。
等一下你先问程序。
好。
对啊，他们很chill赞啊！他已经很会讲话，他们很会闲聊，超赞。代表这个东西应该相对赞一点。其中到启动者，他们也超会聊天，
Okay, time's up. Time's up. Can I know, does anybody choose monolingual, which is 单语教育? Can please raise your hand?
Okay, it's
you.
Okay, I prefer monolingual education in school because I think not every people needs to travel other country. Maybe there are some people just a whole life stay in Taiwan or someone, and in Taiwan there's a Taiwanese race in most parts. Maybe in Malaysia there are many races. You need to speak many languages. So I think the monolanguage education is I prefer, and I think if you need to learning English or other language, you can use select course, not for essential course. 就是选修 and
Okay, so you prefer monolingual, which is Chinese,
yes.
if you want to stay in Taiwan.
Yeah.
Okay. How about bilingual? Can I see who choose bilingual?
Bilingual.
Please raise your hand. I think bilingual should have more people.
So, no, I choose the bilingual because one of my considered point is that in Taiwan, our students have too many things to learn. So I prefer to choose the bilingual because we have maybe we can use some course like a former speaker say, we can choose them, make them to not a mandatory course. We can let them to choose or want to learn what, like English or Japanese or Chinese. They can choose to, because if we choose more language, they don't have the time to enjoy their childhood.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Which language you prefer for bilingual education?
Of course, the one is our mother language, and the other maybe they can choose.
Themselves.
Thank you. How about the trilingual education?
Oh.
Well, the reason I chose trilingual education is because I'm a Malaysian myself actually, and coming from a multiracial background, learning more languages allows you to understand what the people around you are talking about, so you can have a better understanding. And when you're talking to different people, you can easily switch between languages. And it's also really good when you're going abroad. You have this extra skill that you can show to everyone else.
Okay, so in conclusion, I think because as a Malaysian, we think that trilingual is a communication between Chinese and different culture, different races. Yeah.
That's the reason why we would like to ask you this question. That's because Malaysia is preferred trilingual education, and Taiwan, in the previous, Taiwan is more close to monolingual education, but nowadays our government is trying to push the bilingual education. So that's the reason why we would like to ask you this question. Thank you for your sharing. And besides the language, we think There is some difference between the education system in Taiwan and Malaysia. In Taiwan, we have 4 different stages for education: 6 years elementary school and 3 years junior high school, 3 years senior high school, and 4-year university. And you can see Malaysia combine the junior high school and the senior high school together. Hi Liz, could you explain more information about this one? Why you combine the high school together and why you have the different years for different person?
Yeah, sure. So before I start this part, actually this is quite complicated. So just try your best to understand the whole system of Malaysia. Okay, so in Malaysia we have the 6 years of elementary school, which is very similar to Taiwan. And actually the second part, which you can see high school, 5 to 6 years. Maybe you are wondering what is 5 to 6 years. But let's talk about something close to Taiwan first. We have actually divided the high school into 2 parts, like junior high school and senior high school in Malaysia, which we call that as private school, 私立中学. And after the 6 years, they enter to the university, which is 4 years. So we'll proceed to the next slide. Okay, so just a quick introductions of the education system in Malaysia. We can see that we have Chinese school and public school and private school. Chinese school we divide into public 国立 and private school, and we still have Malay school, Indian school, and some other international school, etc. Okay, so next. Okay, this is a very
Complex.
yeah, this is a very complicated one. We start from this. We start from here. 独中 独立中学 is what you call as 私立. So if later we mention 独中 and 私立 is the same thing. So 独中 is the system is same as Taiwan. We have 3 years of junior and 3 years of 3 years of junior and senior high school, 国中 and 高中. And they will take an exam which is 统考. 统考 is the exam they take at the 6th year. Then after they take the exam 统考, they can choose to enter a private university in Malaysia, or they can go overseas, study abroad.
Like you go to Taiwan.
Oh no, I'm not. Mine is not this one. Okay, so I introduced this first because this is quite similar to Taiwan. So maybe you can try to relate or try to understand better. Okay, so we are going into the more difficult one, which is this one. 国中 and 华中. Okay, actually this two for me is the same because I just found this picture online. So actually, maybe based on my understanding, 华中 is for 华校, and 国中 is besides than 华校. And these two system, we just study for 5 years. And after the 5 years, we will take an exam which is SPM. But after you take the exam of SPM, you can't directly enter 大学. You cannot enter university directly. You cannot skip from SPM to university. So what do you take in the middle is you can choose 教育部大学预科班, which you just need to study 1 year, and after this 1 year you can enter Malaysia public university, which is 国立大学. That's the only way if you get 预科班. Means 就是说如果你考了预科班，你只能选择国立大学. Okay. Then the second pathway, which is what I learned, is after I finish my SPM, I choose to take STPM, which you can see here is 高等教育文凭. And this exam, you need to study for 1.5 years before you enter university. And what is the benefit of this? What is good of this is because you can choose to enter Malaysia government public university, or you can choose to enter Malaysia private university, and you can even go overseas like me. So this is what I learned is I studied 华中, sorry. Wait. Yeah, okay, here. My own experience, I study 华中, and I take an exam SPM, and I choose 1.5 year STPM, and I go overseas, which I come to Taiwan. So that's a very quick introduction of this. If you don't understand or you want to understand more, you can ask me later. Okay. So, oh yeah, that's another slide. This I found it on Wikipedia, and you can see we have a kindergarten and we have 6 years of primary school. Primary school, we call it as elementary school. We use the word primary school. And the 5 years of secondary school, and you need to take a pre-university, which is 1.5 years, and before you enter university. So the picture on the left is based on Chinese public school, 国立中学. And the right one, you can see you have a junior high school for 3 years and senior high school for 3 years, which is very similar to Taiwan. But in this system, if we study in Malaysia, we call it as independent high school, which is a private high school, 私立中学. And after the 6 years, you can directly enter into the tertiary education, which is a university. Okay, next.
And as we mentioned about education, class grouping plays a very important role in education. Like the competence-based class grouping, 能力分班 and the mixed ability class grouping, 常态分班. I think in my experience in Taiwan, when we in the elementary school and the junior high school, we are more close to mixed ability class grouping. So our classroom will have the student with different level of ability. And after junior high school, we will have the big test. So I think for the senior high school and the university, we are more close to the competence-based class grouping. So our classroom will have the person with the same level of the ability. So how about Malaysia?
In Malaysia, I think it's more on the competence-based class grouping, because I don't think I heard about mixed ability class grouping. I don't know what is that.
You say you don't know this one?
Yeah, I never heard before.
This one, which means the student in the classroom, they will have a score before they have the class. So maybe the classroom will with the different level, like number 1 and the number 2 and number 3. But if the class grouping is competence-based class grouping, the classroom will more close to the number 1 in one classroom.
Okay, so I'm actually curious about the Taiwanese students' opinion on this 2 class grouping. So you can discuss with your friends around you on which is your preference between the competence-based class grouping and the mixed ability class grouping.
You can have 3 minutes to discuss which one you prefer to your friends near to you.
I'm curious about your answer. Which one you prefer? Again, mixed ability class grouping. Why? You are very high level. Come on. Yes. But if you have the same level, your teachers can more easily to teach you the level you should be. Yeah, you can see. Yeah, it's so hard to choose which one you prefer.
那我等一下去 Q 他，我等一下
Q 他，因为他刚也有很，就是他刚，我觉得我很想知道。
好。OK。
最常离开座位的人吗？我好想听到他们讨论什么。对啊，我就想可以多问他们一点，就是他到底怎么想。对啊。他刚刚一分享他的答案，他选那个 Miss Ability， 因为他说他觉得自己的水平高，然后我就说那为什么你选了那个选了第一班的话，你就会觉得那个差不多那个老师在教你们认识。这又不是我能决定的。Time's up. Hi, time's up. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so we have some volunteers just now. Do you want to share about which one you prefer and why?
Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay. I prefer to have competence-based class grouping because I come from independent school.
Oh.
Yeah, she's a Malaysian. Yeah.
Yeah, and our school has only this method.
I think in Malaysia we just go for competence based.
Yeah. I never heard about like this ability class grouping.
So do you think it's good for Malaysian students to have competence based class grouping, or you think that mixed ability class grouping is better?
I think the first one is better.
Okay.
Because like if I got a question that I don't know, then I ask my classmate, and then my classmate is like worse than me, or like yeah.
Oh, so you think that the competence-based class grouping, the performance of every student is more balanced, so you can ask your classmates. Okay.
Anyone pick the Miss Ability class grouping?
Yes.
Yeah, I believe that most people in Taiwan took mixed ability class grouping in their junior high school and elementary school. And I know there are some specific classes like those art classes or like for those gifted students, there are more like competence-based class grouping. But I think there is an aspect to think about is that the so-called ability is really heavily related to the socioeconomic status. Because like if a family is more well off, that they will put more the child, they can send their child to some school, and then most of the time the child will be better at grade or like will be more competent, and so that is I don't really like to talk about because right now we can sit here and then like talk in English and then for example, like be really adroit at many aspects that is heavily because that our family support us to do this. I believe that many people in Taiwan, in this world, don't have the same opportunity to do that. And I think that we need to be grateful for that.
Maybe you can be the teacher to change the education system in Taiwan.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone would like to share your opinion to everyone?
Yes, okay.
Hi everyone, and I have discussed this question with my friends, and we think that it is better to have a mixed ability class grouping in elementary school.
but after junior or senior high school, competence base may be better because in elementary school, maybe we have to learn how to help others and be helped. But after we get into junior or senior high school, then if the classmates' ability is similar, then the teacher can help anyone and without leaving anyone behind.
Yes. You mentioned a very important point about the Miss Ability class. The purpose for Miss Ability class is would like to build up the relationship. The student can help each other and learn from the person with different level with themselves. And at least I need to tell you one thing is, okay, this one. Yeah, in Taiwan we have very interesting culture called Korean school, 补习文化. Did you heard this one before in Malaysia?
补习, okay. I need to clarify that in Malaysia, we don't use the word cram school as 补习. If we go outside of the school, we go for 补习班, we call it as tuition. Yeah, we call it as tuition. So we have tuition culture in our country also.
Yeah, I have to say Korean school is very common in Taiwan. Let me show you. If you have gone to Korean school, please raise your hand. You see, most of students in Taiwan.
It's more than half.
Yes. Taiwanese students enjoy go to Korean school, including me. No, why not? Yeah. So let me show more information about Korean school in Taiwan. In Taiwan, we will learn a lot of subjects in Korean school, like the math, the English, the Chinese, and the science. A lot of it, and if you join all the subjects, you will call 全科班.
Oh.
Yes. And another crazy thing in Taiwan is the person in Taiwan, including the students and their parents, they will line up for a seat at midnight. Yeah. As the video you can see.
排队人潮相当好听，不是为了特卖会，而是冲着德布世家普吉班而来。前面发检查到了，国三省普吉班开始报名，都有重症镜头出现，家长、学生后面排队的奇特景象，大人是被全租金围成一圈，从晚间10点聊到昨天半夜3点。 自己排队占位的同学就旁边读书边排队，希望能跟同学一起换到前3排，上课方便发问的黄金位置，因为这个位置一坐就是1整年。
And the opinion.
早上8点，关键去哪里？关到中午12点。
因为那个视听可以领先，我想要视听还没领先。
Taiwanese students really enjoy go to Korean school and they even line up for a seat at midnight. You can go back to last week's topic. Taiwanese people enjoy to line up for everything, so including for a good seat for the next year. How about the Korean school in Malaysia?
Okay, so actually, to be honest, when I just saw this video, I don't think it's logical. Why you lie down for tuition? I don't understand that. Okay, so I just talk about the current school in Malaysia. So, okay. So in this slide, we are going to talk about cram school in Malaysia. So just now I mentioned that we actually seldom use cram school. The word cram school we use as tuition. So yeah, one more thing is. In this slide, I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk in my perspective because I'm studying in public high school. So, public schools first you have to know that we have to divide it into morning class and afternoon class. So morning class will start around 7:20 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. and the afternoon class maybe from 1:30 p.m. to 12 something to 5 p.m. Something like that. I don't really remember. So actually, if everyone is going to attend tuition, we usually attend tuition at night. And the common subjects we actually go for tuition is 3 languages, which is very common: Chinese, English, and Malay. And if you are a science stream student, 理科班, then you might need to take tuition for physics, chemistry, and biology. And mathematics is more complex because in different classes, like if you take science stream or art stream, then the level of maths is different. So we have Maths D, Maths S, and Maths M, and other compulsory subjects. Because we are a Muslim country, so there are some other subjects it is compulsory you have to take. You need to pass the compulsory subject to further your education in Malaysia. So this is something extra. Many parents actually send their children to the talent class since small, like 跳舞班, 画画班, many more. But when you grow up into the high school, this situation will actually be less because you need to focus on the academy. Yes.
The same with Taiwan.
Next we are going to talk about the tuition fee, because I actually noticed that the tuition fee is quite different between Malaysia and Taiwan. So I would like to know about that.
Let me show you. Let me show you the tuition fees in Taiwan. In the elementary school, we have 2 different types. If you study in the national school, 国立小学, the tuition fee is around 5,000 NT dollars per semester. But if not, it will be 50,000 NT dollars per semester, 10 times. And for the junior high school, if you go to the national school, it's only 8,000. Even the senior high school, both 8,000. But if not, you will have the 100,000. It's pretty expensive. So I'm curious about how the tuition fees in Malaysia.
Okay, so let's just see the elementary school. I don't think we have private elementary school. If it's not in my fun way.
Okay.
So I'm just going to talk about national one, which is Okay, so does anyone want to guess how much it is? Just guess the number.
Per semester, the unit is NT dollars. Anyone would
Zero?
like to guess?
No, I don't think it's 0. It's not 0. It's slightly lower than national in Taiwan. Can somebody guess? Just a number. 2,000, 4,000. 3,000. Okay, it's actually around 2,000 to 3,000. Okay, so this is per semester, means 半年, So, but actually, we collect the money for the whole year. So if the whole year is about 4,000 for elementary school. Okay.
So for the high school, how about the fee for these 2 types of school?
Do you want to guess, or I just?
Anyone would like to guess the fee for these 2? It's okay to say anything. 3,000.
You mean national one?
For national.
For national. I can't remember. I think it's is it? Okay, so national you guess 3,000. How about a private one? 3,000. National 3,000. Private should be higher. 10,000.
10,000. 10,000.
10,000. Okay. Let's just take a look at it. So actually, in the 2,500 is 国立大学 国立中学 国立中学 So actually, you just have to pay about this number of money. It's quite low, and actually the range of the private one, I'm not very sure. I just asked my friends in the same 同一届的学生，所以so I so I think is much higher than this number if we are comparing now. So but I think average is quite lower than Taiwan.
Yeah, lower than Taiwan very much.
Yeah. So this actually is a big difference on the tuition fees between Taiwan and Malaysia.
How about the holidays or vacation in Malaysia? Because in Taiwan we have 2 months summer vacation and the 1 month winter vacation. It's so nice. How about Malaysia? Do you also have the summer vacation and the winter vacation?
Okay, so fun fact about Malaysia, we don't have 4 seasons in Malaysia. Malaysia is 常年夏天. Okay, so you have summer for the whole year. So we don't have summer and winter vacations. Okay, next. So our school year is actually divided into 2 semesters. The first semester we start in January to May, and we have a midterm break. And the second semester starts from June to November. So our whole cycle is from January to December. Unlike Taiwan, you start in September and you end in June. Yeah. So this is something you need to be clear about. So in this picture, okay, so why I take 2017? Because this is when I was still a student. Yeah, because after the pandemic, actually the calendar was it has some changes which I don't know. Okay, so you can see here. Just now I say the first semester will start in January to May. So we have a 2 weeks break here. You can see on the yellow highlighted dates. We have a 2 weeks holiday here. And after the holiday, we will start the second sem until November, and we have a 1 month holiday. So the yellow highlighted one is actually for student, which means it's school holiday. But you can also see the red one, which is a public holiday, which means other than students, the people who work, they also have a public holiday. So actually, as a Malaysian, usually what I did on 1st January is I will check the calendar, and the more yellow highlighted, I will be more happy because that means I don't have to go to school. So yeah, on this part is all the public holidays, and the yellow highlighted one is school holiday. Yeah, we have weekends. We study from Monday to Friday, and we have the weekends on Saturday and Sunday. But because we are Muslim country, so there are certain states which their weekends are on Friday and Saturday, and they go to school Sunday to Thursday. There are certain cities, certain states. Yeah.
So there are a lot of difference between Taiwan and Malaysia, including the languages and the fee and the holiday. I cannot believe you have close to half a year. It's too many. Is the number including the weekend?
Oh yeah. I want to explain about this because we are multi-races country. So besides the common public holidays and school holiday, we actually celebrate other races like Chinese New Year. Chinese New Year is Huaran Day, and Malay New Year and Indian New Year. We actually have a lot of holidays. So that's why we have so many holidays because we are multi-races country. Yeah.
So think about the language, tuition fee, and the holidays. If you are a student, which education system do you prefer, Taiwan or Malaysia? If you are a student, and if you are a parent, you need to pay the money. Which education system do you prefer, Taiwan or Malaysia? Yeah, let's move to the Slido. You can enter on the Slido. It's fine for you to share your opinion with your neighbor or your friend sit close to you, and then you can pick which one you prefer. If you are a student, you would like to stay in Malaysia or in Taiwan. If you are the parent, which one you prefer, Taiwan or Malaysia?
Let's see who wins at the end.
Oh, everyone prefer. I'm curious about the first option. You want to be the Malaysia student and the Taiwanese parents. Who picked this one, the first option? Oh, yeah, Jun. Why you want to be Taiwanese parents? You need to pay more money than Malaysia.
Because the education system in Malaysia is too complex, I think. So if I am a parent, I have to totally understand the
law.
Yeah, for my education. But if I am a student, I can just
follow your parents' opinion.
That's my opinion.
Okay, thank you for your sharing. How about the second option? You want to be the Malaysia student and the Taiwanese parents. Malaysia parents. Oh, it's okay. So, how about the first option? You want to be the Malaysia student and the Malaysia parents. Who picked this option?
That means you want to stay in Malaysia, and when you grow up, you have your own family. You still want to stay in Malaysia.
Yes.
Who choose for that?
Choose Malaysia and the Malaysia. Okay.
I thought it was. I thought it should be a Malaysian.
Hank. Oh, yeah, another one here.
I choose student is if I'm student I will like Malaysia, Thailand. If I'm parent I will choose Taiwan.
Okay.
Oh, so you are the second Taiwan. Oh,
okay.
So why?
Because I want to I like more holiday.
Oh, okay.
And if I'm parents, I will like my children to be more competitive. So the Taiwan's education will give them more environment to push them to study more.
Also, Taiwanese parents will be more strict on their children.
Yeah,
actually, Malaysian parents also are quite strict to them.
Because we have to go to the cram school to learn more than just study in.
Oh, so Taiwan parents let their children to light up at midnight for cram school.
They will put their children in cram school all day from Monday to Sunday.
Yeah. Because if you don't go to the cram school, you can just get good grade in the school, or if you to find to 大学学测
It's okay.
It's okay. Just say 学测.
大学学测 is you cannot get high grade to choose a better university.
Yeah.
Okay. I see.
Yeah. Anyone want to be Taiwanese student?
We have one more volunteer here.
Okay.
Do you want to share your opinions?
But I didn't choose that one.
It's okay. Yeah, just say what you choose.
So I chose both Malaysia.
Both Malaysia.
Yeah, because as a student, I like more holidays.
Okay.
And as a parent, cheaper price in the education is important.
Yeah.
And I don't want to force my kid to go to grand school.
Okay.
That's the reason.
Okay, I think that's a very good point. As a parent, you don't want to spend too much on, yeah, you will choose a cheaper way, right, to get same results.
Yes.
Okay, so
one more volunteer for Taiwanese students. We are curious about who want to be. Yeah, Sia, welcome to be Taiwanese student.
Yeah, so actually I chose Taiwanese students and Taiwanese parents. For parents, I guess it's pretty obvious because you want your kid to study a lot and to be smart and have a lot of knowledge. And also because you have less holidays, so your kid is mostly in school, so maybe you can take care of yourself more than the kid. You don't need to think like, oh, what should I do this kid like during holidays? Yeah, maybe I need to work and yeah, just easier. And for students, yeah, I guess even though it's more tough, like staying here, I see students, especially for kids, I feel like, oh, they don't really have childhood, but on the other hand, it would be easier for them to study in university and they might get more knowledge. And also because of a Malaysian system, like 2 semesters, which is and weird. So when they apply to university, they need to wait after they graduated from high school. So it just something a bit weird for me.
okay. So we have four people who share.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for sharing. We know the reason why everyone want to be the Taiwanese student or want to be the Malaysia student, and you want to be the Taiwanese parents or Malaysia parents. Yeah. Hey, this final question for you. Have you ever heard about these 4 words: IQ, EQ, SQ, and AQ? Did you hear these 4 words before?
I've heard before IQ and EQ, but I'm not sure if I know SQ and AQ.
Let me explain to you. SQ is the ability you can build a relationship with your friends, with others, that you can social in everywhere, and that you can keep the relationship for a long time. And the AQ is the ability that you can face the challenge, your attitude, your possibility to face the challenge when you feel upset or depressed. It's very important for students because they may face something they feel is very important to them, but they cannot do it very well. So the ability to face the challenge is very important too. And in our opinion, we think education should get the balance between the IQ, EQ, SQ, and the AQ. However, our governments are more care about IQ, but it's okay. We can develop the EQ, SQ, AQ by ourselves. Yes. The final word for everyone: education is what remains after one has forgotten everything he or she learned in school. So hope you can find or understand the meaning behind the education and enjoy the life in this campus. That's all for today's Connect to the World. See you next week.
Yay.